Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy with another Redline Tuesday, and this one has been sent to us by, oh, you saw it for a second, Artorias. They did not want any kind of contact information put on the video, so that's totally fine. And these are designs all for this one character here, and they also wanted me to look over her hench creature. So I guess we're just going to go over that, and that will be our video for today. Now, I see you've already kind of chosen a hairstyle, so I'm not sure what you want me to do with these other ones, which are all fine, I guess. That didn't sound very confident, but that's fine. Okay, anyway, so, and I've been looking at this for way too long in this direction as usual. Flip. Okay. So, I guess I'm just gonna go over this pose here. So let's find the neck as our anchor point. Now these features are really elongated, which is fine. However, there is some stuff that's not really lining up, so we're just gonna see if we can get those to line up. The main one here is the shoulders to the rib cage. Let's see where my plumb line hits. Put a mark there. Okay. So let's do the head. So as usual, I had to make the original drawing a little bigger just so I could work with it. So again, pixelization and rasterization and all that good stuff is probably happening, so let's see here. Wow, this is at 100. I might need to go even bigger. Let's try taking this up to 15 inches. That's okay, that's a lot better. I'm still gonna have to get even closer. So, let's try to set up our face here. So she's supposed to be like an evil character, if I remember correctly. I'm sorry, I don't have my notes on me right this minute. I think it would serve well to have her features a little more defined and pointier, though I think some of her features are kind of lacking just because I think you were drawing kind of small originally. I see what you're going for, though, so let's try to... Try to get in the ballpark of that. So one thing I'm noticing is I think her face is too small for this head. So I'm actually gonna just make it slightly larger because her mouth is really, really high up on her face. And it looks sort of not balanced. Ooh, it's hard to draw this small. I know it probably looks large to Yin's, but I'm pretty panned in right now. Like I'm really close to. And now let's define. Oops. Hold on, I want to redefine this edge a little bit more. So let's go a little more pointy. There we go. Okay, let's try to keep working on the body here. I probably shouldn't have stopped while I was like right in the middle there, but I'm sort of trying to get a feel for all the different body parts because I think what I'm going to have to do in the end is sort of resize some stuff. So yeah, like her arms are really, really long here. And I would just be careful about like how long you're going on certain body parts. Gosh, I guess this could all work. Hold on. Let's not pass judgment so quick. I will say though, her body is facing more like towards us, whereas her feet are pointed almost. What do I want to say? Like horizontally, I guess. Her body is that? I don't know. Like no, not parallel. Like perpendicular. Like they're almost crossing into an opposite direction. It's a little hard to show it just through like drawing arrows, but hopefully you kind of get what I'm saying. So let's try to figure out. Okay, so her knees would be here. And then So you kind of want to have one foot facing us and the other foot not totally like, you know, like off in one direction. You want it to be facing us just a little bit more so you can see the front of the toes. Because humans generally, like when you see a neutral body position on a human, like let's draw from above. So there's the head, there's the shoulders, do boobs because we're a girl. And then humans' feet don't face like this. Generally, people stand with their feet kind of going, you know, a little out. Like that. It gets a little robot-y if they're just like sitting there with their feet like perfectly together. Let's draw some evil sorcerer hands. Pinkies out while we cast magic. Pinkies out. Yeah, let's look at this. I'm a little... the proportions aren't terrible, I guess. They're strange to me because I don't draw like this. Though I think this hand needs to go up just a little bit. Okay. And I think maybe this foot needs to go over slightly. Okay. Not really sure why I'm showing this detail in the legs, but here we are. Okay. So, hold on, her thigh is looking a little strange and flat. Okay. Like I said, this is kind of pointless because I'm going to be drawing a dress over this, and it's not even going to matter. Yeah, her proportions are looking a little weird to me. I think it's mostly the head and neck are kind of throwing me off. I would recommend, well, I'm not going to move them right now because I want to do the hair, but that is okay. Let me, I'm just going to put some white over our red. I'm sorry, I am always clearing my throat on this show. Okay. Yeah, okay. Just making sure everything is white where it needs to be white, and let's pick another color. Kind of a maroon, I guess. Should we go with a different, like a really different color? Maybe like a blue or green. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I don't know. I'm just picking random colors out of my palette most of the time. Though I have one red that I always use. Okay. So with sleeves, especially like really, like she's supposed to be kind of, I'm guessing like a seductive type character. Make sure the sleeves are pretty straight. This helps her kind of give off an air of like a more rigid quality, I guess. Maybe more like stoic. Also, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a corset or not. I guess I should smooth it out if it's supposed to be a corset, but if this is not supposed to be a corset, then ignore. And then let's do something a little more interesting with the wrinkles than kind of like this tulip shape. Let's really put some like drag on her. Okay, and then this would there we go. Same kind of deal here, though this one we don't have like the extra lines, so we're just gonna have to, well, not that much. Yeah, we don't want that coming up too much either. Let's put that back down. Don't lift up your skirt. Sit with your legs crossed. Okay, there we go. And then it would end out there somewhere. I'm being bad not drawing it, but you get the idea. Okay, so same kind of deal with sorry, I'm just thinking. With these sleeves, you want everything to kind of let's just do this. I know I said keep it straight, but now I'm thinking it looks better because it reflects the bottom of the dress. So, but I think what I mean is more like you want the gravity point to come straight down. You don't want it to kind of be like, see how it's all gathering here? It wouldn't be that like curved over. You'd want it a little more like pulled down, especially with her hands in there. Let me there, something like that. I know she's got kind of like hook claw hands right now, but you get the gist. Okay, so then we'll do the same thing over here. Gather point is at the wrist. And there we go. Cool. And then she has like a huge collar, which I thoroughly approve of. All characters should have gigantic collars. So something like that. Get back some of our white. Or I mean our red. There we go. Trying to make this more even, but it's not really happening. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add on the hair, and then I think I'm going to kind of change the proportions a little bit to like what I would recommend. Let's go a little lighter. I need a lighter green. You can't even really see that. Shoot. What about that? Okay. Things are going to get... I'm going to turn her dress off for a minute. So she has a part here, alright, and it runs the length of her head, and then she's going to swoop there, swoop there, now I'm sort of exaggerating the shape here. Also, make sure you account for the collar. Wait, can you even see her? No, you can't see her ear in the original, so we're not gonna... Okay. Just make sure you're accounting for the collar here. I'm just trying to let me turn her dress back on for a minute. So you're kind of doing this cool hair that I like, where it's kind of like a blanket almost, and then you draw on the splits like that. I would just take it even a step further. Like, I would have the hair part over her collar so that you can see more of that pattern of splitting. Same deal here. I would even like maybe like sort of have like a breeze like pushing her hair out a little more away from her body. I'm not doing a great job of drawing this here, but something to that effect I think would look really cool. I also know she's got these curls, and I'm kind of like torn about them. I think they kind of break up some of the cool like continuity you have going on in your hair. But just trying to think of like a way that you could do them without, like, she's got one here and it almost looks a little strange, like it's wrapping around the end of her breast. So I'm trying to think of a way you could like have something like that still like over her forehead, but not have it go into weird places, I guess. I'm trying to like do different shapes here to think of like what could you. Yeah, so maybe like something like that where it's a little more like reflecting the bottom of her hair. Yeah, I would like just leave this curl out. I don't think it looks very good with like your what you're going for. You don't have to, but recommendation a la Emmy. And real quick, I'm going to put some light behind here so we can see all of what I just did. But hey, if you want those curls to be there, I am not going to stop you. I'm just saying, in my professional opinion, I think it would look okay without. All right. So there she is. And then I think what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to... You know what? No. I'm not going to mess with her proportions. I'm actually liking them now that I kind of added hair and clothing and stuff. What I would recommend doing, making her feet smaller. I think I kind of enlarged them a little bit. What am I doing? No, I'm on the wrong layer. There. I kind of like it now. I like the proportions again. I'm fickle. I'm an artist. Okay, so let's do the little henchman guy, and then I think we'll be done. This will be kind of a shorter episode than usual. Hold on, I'm just kind of... making her a little easier to see. Okay. Then let's do him. So while I go over him, I'm just going to say a few things real quick. You'll notice that YouTube finally caught up with me, and they had me change my layout to fit the new partner's layout. Everything's still there. It's just like some of my clickable links are gone, which I'm kind of sad about. I'll have to add them back to the About page or something. However, you can still send me stuff for Redline Tuesdays at emy.bitner at IntroducingEmy.com. Just put like Redline Tuesday or whatever in the subject. And as usual, I very rarely actually get to reply to those emails, so if you send it to me, there's a good chance I'll do it. Like, I don't think there's one I haven't done yet. Except one where the video messed up really badly and it was a mess. I feel really bad about that. But that was like my second or third episode. That was a long time ago, so don't even worry about it. This makes me think of a creature from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. That's not a bad thing. I have really cool creatures. So it's kind of like a little Miyazaki-ish too. I like that. Okay, so let's see here. I know he's supposed to be a creature, but we still have to kind of define what everything is. Let's give him kind of knobby knees. Make sure, I think the heels aren't hitting quite at the right right places here. So let's just make sure that because I get the impression this is supposed to be kind of like a neutral reference position, so let's just make sure that everything is so we need to go down a little bit more. Here we go. So this is what I'm kind of interested in here is this looks a little different over here than this. So let's see here. So that comes out over here. I'm just trying to make sure there's some symmetry in his pelvic. Yeah, so like this. Okie dokie. These are cool. They look really phallic. They're like little knobbies. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but I like them. I'm not really going to go over all of them, though. They look fine. Though there is, like, I think there's supposed to be one here. I would recommend not having too much stuff between the legs. And it's not like, I'm trying not to be vulgar. It's not that I'm like saying, oh, your character can't have genitalia or whatever. It's just that sometimes, like, tails and, like, little nicky knacks that are on the design, like the back of the design, when they wrap around and come down this way, they can be misconstrued as genitalia if you don't want it, you know? So I would recommend not having anything between the legs showing if you don't want anything there. Like if you want him to like not have genitalia, don't even put like any kind of design elements peeking out down here, because that's where people's minds are going to go. And not that that's a bad thing, but if you do want stuff like design elements to be down there, just be careful, because you might get not like weird comments, like who gives a fuck about that. I'm just saying that like compositionally it might not be the rhythm you're going for. And also because this is such a good like open area. Like I like this shape. I think this kind of trapezoid shape contrasts really nicely to this sort of stumpy neck shape. Also, I don't know if you would even be able to. I'm trying to kind of figure out where his center line is on this side. So this is here, which means that this one would be like here. I'm not even sure if you'd be able to see. I don't know how long these things are, but they'd be coming out of the spine like right there. Okay, yeah, because I can see what you were going for, where you wanted them going down the whole way. I'd be careful about that. I don't think you could really see them from over at this angle anyway, so let me get rid of some of my noise here. Okay. So now, let's work on his arms, his meaty arms. I'm actually going to turn my canvas, because this is an easier angle for me to draw a straight line. Okay, so now that we've drawn the army bits, we are going to go over the hands, the bestest part. So right now they're just like little claws, you know. Let's just make sure that his thumbs are attached in the right place. Sort of trying to think like how how I want to do this thumb. Made of thumb meats. Like, there's sort of like two options I can go with here. Let me look at from a distance. I kind of like this one better. Sorry, I'm frustrated. Nope. I don't like this hand. Real quick, I'm gonna just... I would say turn the hand a little more. Whoa, that was weird. My pen kind of like lagged and lumped up or something. I'd say turn the hand more so it's facing us. The way this one's kind of going this way, this one should be coming towards us. Though. Yeah, no, I think that's okay. I was gonna say you might want to turn the feet too, but no. It's okay. It's okay, don't worry about it. This is so cool. I don't even know what this whole thing is about here, but I like this. I'm gonna doodle on it. It's so satisfying. I like this guy. So, I think that is going to be that. Let us do our little blinky back and forthy routine. I'm gonna put her and him, excuse me, on the same layer. Ours. Put that in here. So yeah, I think that's, you know, everything's a little bit more tucked up and, you know, just kind of smoothing some things out. Honestly, I can see a lot of skill here, so I'm not gonna harp on ya. I would say, yeah, think about the kind of wavy sleeves and wavy dress and everything. Don't have to do that. You do not have to do that. Like, if this character were for animation, especially like daytime animation, this design would probably be a little better. It'd be a little easier, I think, to do overall. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. That's kind of like what I was thinking. You know, a little bit more like a Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, really smooth, continuous curves and lines, that kind of thing. Whereas this is a little more like movie Paul Dini, Bruce Timm, you know, like this would be more of like a blockbuster animated kind of film where you'd have like a lot of wavy lines and everything. This would take a lot more time to animate, so you'd only do like 2 hours worth of that animation. You'd never use that character again. But yeah, just think about whether you want to do a little more detail or whether you want things to be a little more curvy, because some of these lines in here implied that you sort of wanted some more detail going on in there, but you know, I'm making like horrendous assumptions, so don't listen to me. Yeah, and that guy with these cool little knobby things. I love this guy. He's great looking. He really is. She should glue a stool to his head and she could sit up here. That'd be so cool. I like this guy a lot. Like, she could seriously just sit there and, like, rest on him. Like, put her butt on him. Maybe that's what he's for. Oh, we should probably turn it back the right way. Yeah. Bitch, we working. So, cool beans. Keep sending them in. Send those Redline Tuesdays to emy.bitner at IntroducingEmy.com. I will try to remember to put the email in the description, but it's also on my freaking homepage banner now, so, you know, like it was before. But, yeah, I'm yelling at yins. Let's thank Artorius again. Let's try to put that somewhere you can see it. Artorius for sending in this awesome design for us to play with and everything. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.